Ethan barely slept that night. The photograph sat on his kitchen table. Every time he looked at it, the same question echoed in his mind. How is this possible? The woman in the picture looked almost exactly like his mother. Same eyes, same smile, same tiny scar near the eyebrow. But according to Michael, this wasn't his mother. This was someone else, someone his mother had spent years trying to find. And the address written on the back of the photograph led to a small town nearly 4 hours away. By sunrise, Ethan had made up his mind. He was going. What he didn't know was that the trip would uncover a secret that had been hidden for over 3 decades. And it would change everything he believed about his family. The drive felt longer than it should have. Rain clouds covered the sky as Ethan followed the directions written on the envelope. The address led him to an old neighborhood that looked frozen in time.
I think it's this house, the one with the porch and the blue door we saw in the photo, although the address seems a little bit faded now.
He walked to the front door and knocked. A few moments later, the door creaked open. An elderly woman stood there.
I knew someone would come to the door today, and I have been waiting for this moment for such a long time, and I am so glad that you are finally here.
She looked familiar, not because he had met her before.
I'm looking for this person in the photograph.
Ethan hesitated, then showed her the photograph. The moment she saw it, her hands began to shake. Tears filled her eyes. The woman introduced herself as Eleanor. She invited Ethan inside. The house was filled with old books, family pictures, and memories. On one wall hung dozens of framed photographs. Ethan's breath caught in his throat. Several of them included his mother. Young, happy, smiling. Eleanor explained that decades earlier, a tragedy had torn their family apart. Miscommunication, legal complications, financial struggles, one bad decision after another. Family members became separated. Some changed cities, others changed names. Over time, connections disappeared completely. What started as temporary separation eventually became permanent silence.
I wasn't searching for your mother, she was searching for me for years. It is a long and complicated story that I believe is finally time to tell you.
Eleanor slowly stood up. I think there's something you should see. She led Ethan upstairs, into a dusty attic. Tucked into a corner was an old wooden box. It looked untouched for decades. Carefully, she opened it. Inside were letters, dozens of them, maybe hundreds. Every single one was addressed to Eleanor. Every single one was written by Ethan's mother. But none had ever been delivered. Ethan stared in disbelief. Years of letters, years of attempts, years of unanswered messages. His mother had never stopped trying. Among the stack was one envelope marked, "To be opened if we ever meet again." Eleanor handed it to Ethan. His hands trembled. The letter was dated almost 20 years earlier. He carefully unfolded it. As he read, tears filled his eyes. His mother's words felt alive. She wrote about hope, about family, about regret, and about a secret she had never told anyone. A secret she planned to reveal if they were ever reunited. But she never got the chance. At the bottom of the letter was a single sentence. "There is one more person who deserves to know the truth." Ethan froze. One more person? Who was she talking about? Eleanor seemed nervous.
I have been wondering about that sentence for years. It finally makes sense now, and I am so glad that you were the one to find it.
Until Ethan noticed something. Tucked behind the letter was another photograph. This one had 3 people. His mother, a young man, and a small child. The child couldn't have been older than 3. On the back was written, "Never forget him." Ethan's heart pounded. He had never seen the child before. And judging by Eleanor's reaction, neither had she. Suddenly the mystery wasn't over. It had only gotten bigger. Over the next several hours, Ethan and Eleanor searched through every document in the attic. Old records, letters, receipts, photographs. Then they found something. A faded hospital document. Part of the page was damaged. Most of the names were unreadable. But one detail remained visible. A birth date. A birth date that matched the child in the photograph. And another name. A name Ethan recognized immediately. The same name Michael had mentioned during their cafe meeting. The name connected to the hidden family secret. For the first time, the pieces began fitting together. But the picture they formed was almost impossible to believe. Just as they were discussing the discovery, Ethan's phone rang. It was Michael. Ethan answered immediately. Michael sounded breathless, almost panicked. "Ethan, listen carefully. What is it? Ethan asked. There was a long pause. Then Michael said something that made Ethan's blood run cold. The person we've been searching for.
I found him. It has been a long time coming, but I finally have the information we were looking for.
The child from the photograph. I know where he is. The room fell silent. Eleanor looked up from the documents. Waiting, listening, hoping. Then Michael added one final sentence. A sentence that changed everything. He's been living under a different identity this entire time. Ethan looked at the photograph. Years of mystery. Years of separation. Years of unanswered questions. And now they were finally closer than ever. But one enormous question remained. Why had someone hidden the child's identity? Was it an accident? A misunderstanding? Or was someone deliberately keeping the truth buried? The answer was waiting, and Ethan was about to discover that the final chapter of this story was far more shocking than anyone could have imagined. But that's a story for part 3. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe and follow for the next chapter. Because the truth about the missing child will reveal a secret that nobody saw coming.